Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier.
After 12 days of the most intense fighting ever seen between Iran and Israel, and strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities by the United States, a ceasefire appears to be in place for now.
So there is an interesting discussion going on probably, that maybe I may want to bring you on board, maybe to get your opinion about the same also. On 22nd, US just hit Iran nuclear facilities. And then some people are trying to say that the intention of US, or probably of Trump as an individual, is not genuine. That Trump hitting Iran probably is not for the interest of the United States, because for what reason would USA enter the war? But then someone trying to say, we know that Obama has Nobel Peace Prize, and recently some countries has nominated Trump for the 2026 Nobel Peace Prize. So, as unlikely as it may sound, someone trying to argue that the involvement of Trump in this war is to help him win this prize. Why? Because they want to be seen as the person who comes into the war and brings it to an end. That then it will be like he stopped the war in the Middle East. Then from that point, he wins the prize. Just like someone here said, take a listen before you continue.
Trump needs validation. He's got that classic right-wing problem that the right-wing has a severe inferiority complex, and they need your worst enemy to come and say, oh, sir, you are the sun and the moon. You are the alpha and the omega.
He's also a content creator, bro. Psychologically, he's a media man.
But this is why he's been making his desperate pleas for Nobel Prize. And he's acting like a pyromaniac in that sense. Like he'll start the war and then he'll try to end
at his pace.
At his pace.
Yes.
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say, we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, though we may not know probably the primary intention of individuals, because unless they tell us, we will not know. But I don't think if Trump could have gone to that extent of releasing the B-2 bombers to Iran, only for the Nobel Peace Prize. It doesn't make any sense, maybe according to me. I don't know about you. And then something has also been coming up, some also trying to say that probably, in terms of war, the billionaires get richer. Some also trying to say that probably the intention of Trump is financial. I don't know how that may really make sense, because this guy is already a billionaire. He came to power when he was already a billionaire. So I don't think if he can get into such wars with the intention to make money out for his friends to benefit from it, maybe from procurement, military, whatever. I don't know. And then maybe if you just try to flip it a little bit. There have been a lot of demonstrations in the United States, because some are trying to say that Trump has acted against the Constitution by releasing these bombers without the approval of the Congress. Listen here.
This is a statement from Donald Trump, quote, "We have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran," etc. I agree. And I want to tell you something. Not only is this news that I've just heard, the second alarming that all of you have just heard, but it is so grossly unconstitutional. All of you know that the only entity that can take this country to war is the U.S. Congress. The President does not have the right.
Okay, let me try to shed some light regarding what Trump did, because the president's ordering the military action without Congress approval is not something which has started today in the United States. This is something which has been there. And then, actually, if you read the Constitution, it's true that the Congress should approve the involvement of the United States in military operations. This is something that the president should write to the speaker, who then the Congress must approve that. I think between around 48 hours before taking action. So I don't know what you think. Do you think that he acted away from the Constitution? He didn't follow the Constitution? And do you think that his intention is probably is just primary to make peace in the Middle East? I don't know what's your intention over the same here, but